Hello everybody, it's Brent Cully and welcome back to the podcast. It's episode 3, talking about a job is only the start. I named it this because I want you to understand that you shouldn't go throughout your entire life at a job, okay? If the job doesn't pay you hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, then I don't think there's any reason to be in it after 10, 20, or 30 years. The precise reason why I called it a start is because it's something that can help you start out. It gives you a little bit of capital. And in using that capital for other ventures, it can make you a millionaire or even a billionaire. So to start out, I'm going to tell you that all rich people started out in a job, all right? They needed a little bit of money, but they weren't there forever. Rich people have around 7 income streams, meaning that every single month they get a paycheck from 7 different sources. This could be stocks, businesses, real estate, etc. So any job that you get, unless it's a sales job, I wouldn't advise you keep it forever because that's just not what we do around here, okay? We make some money and we turn that money into more money. That's the entire point of this podcast. That's the reason why I made it. That's the reason why I talk to you guys. That's the reason why I love talking about it, because I love talking about the game of money. But I just want to tell you that when you're starting out, a job is one of the best options. If you're starting a company, you might need some capital, some money, right? And people lending money to you isn't going to make you feel good if you lose it in the end. But if you have a job that's secure, that's safe, that you know that you're going to get money at the end of the month, then that's great. Because all of the money that you may lose is going to be your money, and you know that you don't have to owe anybody. The second thing I'm going to talk about is the acronym of JOB, okay? This is something that I learned someone else say, and I definitely want to apply it here. JOB is just over broke. Now, I don't want you to hate your job, but I definitely want you to keep that in mind. Just over broke. That's what a job is. Some of the richest people in the world don't get paid all of their money based off of working at their job. They get paid off of different types of income. Please comment down below if you want me to make a podcast on the different types of income. It's incredibly interesting, but let's keep moving. A job is not supposed to be a place where you work for a very long time. Job is just over broke. The whole point of a job is to have starting capital, not to work there for the rest of your life, all right? I hope you got that into your head. I hope that soaked into your mind, because that is incredibly important if you want to become rich. A job is not going to get you there. A job is going to give you money, steady income, for a very long period of time, but it stays at the same exact level. It never moves up, except for maybe inflation after a year. So don't rely on a job for becoming rich. This next section is about how to look for a job if you want to start looking for one. Now, I don't really care about medical benefits. I don't really care about the insurance that you can get from a company or any of that, because I don't think it really matters. What does matter is, can you live off of this? If less than half of the money that you make every month can go towards expenses, less than half, less than 50%, then that is a good paying job. Let's say your rent is $500 and you have a few other things like car payments and whatnot. So let's say it goes out to $800 or $900, okay, a month for your expenses. But you make $2,000 or more a month at your job. This is absolutely perfect because you have enough money coming in to where, oh yeah, 50% of this money can be used for anything else. This is exactly where the magic happens. Because the best part is, now you have at least 50% of money going towards a new business, going towards stocks, going towards real estate. And not all your money is tied down in your home or Netflix or Hulu, in your car. You know, you're not scrambling to make money every month. The other thing to look for in a job is it right? Is it okay on you physically? Is it okay on you mentally? Are you able to be put in that position? And the issue with some of these jobs, especially ones that I've had in the past, is that they treat you as if you're subhuman. So do they respect their employees? I want you to talk to the employees of the establishment. I really do, because I think it's important to understanding what is happening. If all the employees are smiling, they genuinely love their job, they talk to you, they're like, yeah, this job is great. I love working here. This is amazing. Then it's a good sign. But if they're like, oh man, I wish I could just go home and go to sleep. I really just irritated. I don't want to work with people. And the thing is, there is definitely a problem. There has to be a problem because there is an underlying problem. This could be their manager, this could be the customers, but it's definitely something that you don't want to look forward to. You couldn't pay anyone $1 million a year to do something absolutely fucking ridiculous, right? Exactly. If there's a great job that you might even make just a little bit less, it might be beneficial to your health. So, you found a job that you want, it fit your entire criteria. How do you get hired? So you walk into the office building or the store with genuinely nice clothes. This could be all the way from a suit to a normal white shirt and jeans. You match that up with a great smile. Simply ask if they're hiring, and they're going to tell you, you have to apply online. You have to apply online. You have to apply online. You can't apply in the store. We can't give you a piece of paper. We have terrible printers, okay? You have to apply online. So you apply online, and this is what happens for most people. You never get heard of again. And this is why Uncle Brent is here for you. Let me tell you how to get past that, because there's a way to get past it. This is all you have to do, okay? Once you apply online, a day, 2 days, a week passes, and you ask for an interview in store. That's what you do. You go back to the store or the office building, and you go to the manager and you say, hey, I applied online. My name is yada yada, huda yada, and I want to get a job. Is there any time that you think it would be convenient for me and you to sit down for 5 minutes and have a little interview? That's all I ask. I recently applied for a job at Barnes & Noble. This is exactly what I did. And guess what? I got an interview. This is where most people have a problem, but this is where you can have an opportunity. Make sure to keep showing up. Make sure to ask for updates. Make sure to see what's going on. Try to get their email. Try to get their phone number. Give them your information. This is incredibly important for getting a job because I see countless people putting out resumes, but they never show up again. That's the whole point, is showing up again saying, hey, I really want this job. I really like this place. I really fit in. I believe I fit in here. Is there any way we can get going? So, after you get hired, this is what happens. You go through a bunch of dumb paperwork. It's a W-2 you have to fill out. You probably don't understand how to fill out yet because you're not old enough to understand how that works. They guide you through it. There you go. Now, once you have the job, even though I understand what I said earlier, but try to be the biggest asset the company has. The biggest asset being work your ass off, work for free, do whatever it takes to get up in the company. Because remember, if it fits your criteria, that means you can move up. That means you can get better. That means you can get higher paid positions. Try to find a second job within the company that you think you could juggle both at the same time, and you can even make more money at your job. This is the exact reason when I get my Barnes & Noble job, I'm going to ask if I can come in for free on opening shifts and closing shifts to figure out what it is. How do they fully run the store? What do they do when they clock in? How does everything work? How do managers work? You have to observe. I want you to really soak in all the information you can, because when you're this young, when you're a high schooler, which I think most of my viewers are high schoolers, this is what you need to do. This makes you stand out. This makes you look better than the rest of the employees in the building because they're just there because it's a thing that makes them money. But for you, it's an entire opportunity to try to move up in the company. The next thing you can do after getting hired is now you have money coming in. So don't spend it on stupid shit. I know you want to. There's that Gucci shirt. There are those $800 jeans. You want to buy something. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Invest your money. I want you to start a company online that you don't have to run in person, but you can run an entire store online or something that makes you even more money on the side. You can also invest in books that give you more knowledge about stocks, about real estate, about the foreign exchange, about anything you would like. Simply use the money to optimize your life, make your life 100 million times better than it was before. Find new ways to make income. For example, right when I get my Barnes & Noble job, all the books that I'm going to buy are going to be from Barnes & Noble, so I can get those amazing discounts. And I'm going to start up a vending machine company. I'm simply going to ask businesses if they would like to have a vending machine inside or outside their store, run 24/7, and they get a little split of the profit. This tactic is going to run my first real estate empire. Even though I won't be owning any property, I will have something from my own business that I created on that property. That 4 to 5 square foot area is going to be mine because I'm putting my vending machine right on top of it. So again, under promise, over deliver. Work as hard as you can so that you can go up higher in the company and find second jobs that you can do within the company. But also have time to invest in yourself. Read some books. Learn how real estate works. You can use that money from your job to buy a house that you can rent out, or you can start a company. With the capital that you saved up, you can hire employees, you can rent out a spot, you can start an online company or a vending machine business. The possibilities are absolutely endless. And by the way, since you have the focus of moving forward, you will never feel stuck. After a while, most people will feel stuck in their jobs. But this to you is an opportunity. Once you have the capital, once you learn everything about the business that you're in, then you can start new businesses. This keeps you motivated every day. This keeps you working hard because you know that the more energy and the more time that you put into starting these businesses and learning how to invest, it is only going to help you in the long run. And the last thing we're going to talk about today is how to get out of the job. There is so much toxicity in the workplace. About every single job that I have had, there was he said, she said type of stupid shit, and it only ruined the morale and put a sour taste in every single person's mouth. The best thing to do is to ignore it, stay out of it. Don't be mad at the person for doing it, because then they'll start talking shit about you. But don't get caught up in talking shit about others. Even though I don't believe that I talk too much shit about other people, in these situations at work where we weren't really doing anything, we were kind of bored, we would talk some shit. I had my fair share of criticisms about some of the people who worked with us, about the customers, etc. Now, this might be a long shot, but finding a company that doesn't do this is incredibly slim. If your job is doing this to you, first of all, that's unfortunate. I appreciate the effort that you went into staying in the job, because it can get really hard dealing with all these other people. But if it is happening, I don't want you to burn the bridge with any of the people that you worked with because they might help you later in life. But they also won't get mad if you file a resignation form. And if they do, fuck them. That's ridiculous. They shouldn't get mad about stupid shit like that. Put in your 2 weeks, ask to use them as a reference, but be sure that before you quit your job, you have capital or you have income growing from other places, or you have already found another job that is willing to hire you within the same month. You want to stay secure not only for your mental health and so that you don't have anxiety, because having some money saved up or having money every month won't ruin the opportunities that you have for your business, for real estate, for stocks, etc. You could lose everything if you don't have any money. So, this is my latest podcast. Please like and comment if you thought it was good. Spread in the comments what job you have, if you like it, if the people there are good, or what income streams you want to create. That is going to be my next episode, by the way. We're going to talk about how to build your wealth. I'm just trying to keep everything in chronological order so that first you got a job, next we're going to talk about the income streams, next we're going to talk about blah, 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 blah. It helps to go through each and every one of them kind of on a timeline standing. Why would I talk about how to invest in real estate if you don't have a fucking job yet, right? It just sounds preposterous. But again, thank you so much for watching. If you found value, you can like, you can comment, you can send me a message on Instagram, Brent.Cully, by the way, just letting you all know, and say if you liked it or not. But the one thing I do want to hear from you the most is 10 years down the line, I want you to tell me, Brent, you know what? I would listen to your podcasts, I would put in the work, and now I'm a goddamn millionaire. I'd fucking give you a high five right there, a pat on the back, and I'd say, you goddamn son of a bitch, good on ya. This is my podcast. I still don't know what name I'm going to use, but thank you all for watching. Have a good one.